So let's talk about doubt. Let's just dive into this now. There are basically two different types of doubt. The first type is intellectual doubt. Intellectual doubt is your doubt because you're unaware of any kind of evidence supporting the truth of Christianity. So maybe you haven't you're here tonight, you've never heard of Christian apologetics before, you're unaware of any kind of historical or scientific or philosophical evidence that supports the truth of Christianity. And it's like, wow, that's pretty cool stuff. Lay it on. I just didn't know that was there. And so you start to doubt the truth of the Christian faith because, let's face it, whether you live in Canada or the US, we're in a secular post-Christian culture now, aren't we? Christianity is no longer the default religion. We are in the minority now. But doubt is not something that is unique to the Christian. Years ago, there was a famous atheist philosopher named Antony Flew. And my mentor, Gary Habermas, and Flew were really good friends. And one time they're driving along in a car, and Gary asks Flew, he says, "Tony, I just got a question for you. Do you ever doubt atheism that you hold and teach? Do you ever doubt whether atheism is true?" And he said, "Gary, I doubt it every day." Here was a guy who is considered, again, to be perhaps the most influential atheist philosopher of the latter part of the 20th century. And he said he doubted his atheism every day. Toward the end of his life, around 2003, he abandoned his atheism. And he didn't become a Christian, but he said the evidence was too strong not to believe in God. So he left atheism and he believed God exists, and that's how he died. But he doubted atheism. C.S. Lewis, he became a Christian. And one time he was on an interview, I think it was on the BBC, and they asked him, they said, "Do you ever doubt whether Christianity is true?" And he said, "Sure. There are days when I think about it and I think maybe atheism seems more plausible than Christianity." He says, "But I have to admit, when I was an atheist, I doubted as well. And there were days when Christianity seemed more plausible than atheism." So my point is, it's not just Christians who doubt. People who are atheists doubt as well. People of other worldviews doubt as well. So doubting is normal. So there's intellectual doubt. The other kind of doubt is emotional doubt. And this is by far the most common kind of doubt. Emotional doubt, you're doubting because of circumstances, not because of a lack of evidence. Now, a lot of times they'll have emotional doubt, like there are some atheists who, like one that I've debated in the past, they talk about how they give these arguments, but at the end of the day, it seems that there was something in their life that hurt them. Maybe they had a loved one who was sick and they prayed that they'd get healed and they didn't. And they felt let down by God, and that caused doubts. They'll give intellectual reasons for not believing in God when it's really deep down inside it, there are emotional reasons, and they just try to find intellectual reasons to support their emotional doubts.